Yo, what up, nyajos? It's your buddy Philko here. This is the view of Moscow from the 24th floor of this hotel I'm at. If a nigga wanted to kill himself right now, it would be no problem. It would be no problem. But nah, I'm not on that shit, don't worry. But I'm just saying, it's dark right now. Can't really see anything. And it's so empty over there. There's nothing but trees and probably bears. I'm scared as hell. It's freezing. But anyway, get back in this bitch. Make my video. My messy ass hotel room. Don't even want to show you how my bed look right now. You guys are gonna be like, what the fuck is that nigga doing? But anyway, I just woke up from a well-needed sleep, man. I really needed this sleep. Right now it's what time is it here? It's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm awake. But I tend to do that sometimes. So now I'm gonna get on making my flurry of videos about things that need to be spoken about. I think I'm gonna start making videos. That I see the Young Turks make, because they talk about a lot of interesting topics. But a lot of times I feel the Young Turks they're too left and they're always trying to be the nice people, and a lot of times they don't speak the truth because they're trying to be nice. Fuck that. I'm gonna go in. I'm not saying they're always wrong. I'm just saying a lot of times they just try to be ultra nice. They're always trying to be fucking nice and trying to be nice to blacks, to gays, and they don't want to just bring out the honest raw truth. You know what I mean? And I don't like it. So I'm gonna start doing some stories I see them do and whatnot. But other than that, I just had a dream. And basically in the dream, what happened was I was supposed to be taking a test, some test. I was a student, of course. I was like in high school or something. And I was supposed to be taking a test, and I remember my dad coming into the school, and he was saying, okay, now when you take this test, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. I'm like, man, I know what I'm doing. It's a test, I know what I'm doing. And I remember the instant he left after trying to tell me how to do the test, I left. I didn't do the test. Right after he came in and tried to get me to do the test, I stopped. And then I woke up after that, and I started thinking, why would I not do the test just because my father tried to help me with it? And I realized something about myself, and this is true about everything I do. I'm like how do I say? I like to challenge people's theories all the time. When you're a kid and, you're growing up, what do they always tell you? At least in America, they say, you can't do anything, you won't be anything, you can't get anywhere without an education. That's what everyone will tell you. You can't do this, you can't do that. Now, of course, I'm not speaking down on education at all. I feel everyone has a better chance in life with an education, of course. I'm not at all I'm not at all trying to say it's better not to have one, because I don't have one, but of course it's better to have one, of course. But ever since a kid, I got that notion, and I've always wanted to challenge it. But growing up, my educational background growing up, it was really good. But what I noticed from that dream was something very interesting, is that my dad was always involved in my education, which is good, of course. But at the same time, just because he had such a weird kid, it turned out to be kind of bad in the end. So when I say my dad was involved, I mean he was involved. Somehow, my father was PTA president. That's Parent Teacher Association group, whatever, of every school I went to. And I went to, let me see, four schools. He was PTA president of each school, even the white school. He was PTA president. So every teacher always knew who my father was. And so, if I ever mess up or anything, they could contact him easily. He could come to the school whenever he wanted. Sometimes I just see him walking around the school talking to kids. So, he was always extremely involved. But at the same time, and I'm in no way making a video complaining, oh, he messed up. No, he did a really great job. His problem is he has a weird kid. That's the problem. Me. Not him. It was me. Now I see him walking around talking to students and stuff. Though he was just extremely involved. But in a way, it ended up backfiring. Because one thing it made me feel like I was only doing it because he wanted me to do it, not because I wanted to do it. So I remember when I was going from 5th grade to 6th grade, one of my goals, I had a goal with education when I was a kid. I had a goal, and I love going for my goals, like you tell with YouTube, and I'm in Russian stuff. One of my goals was I wanted to finish school early. I wanted to, even though I was so small, and if I were to get skipped, that means put an extra grade ahead or whatever, I'd be much smaller than everyone, but I didn't care. I wanted to finish it. That's one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to finish so I could have freedom, travel the world, and all that stuff. That's really what I wanted to do. So, I had the opportunity to go from, it was from third grade to second grade to fourth grade. Was it second grade to fourth grade? Oh, no, sorry. I was changing school. So I had the opportunity to go from I think it was either fifth grade to seventh grade, or it was eighth grade to 10th grade. One of those two. I had the opportunity to get skipped. But instead of allowing me to get skipped, my dad put me in some special school. So yeah, it was junior high school. He put me in some smart or whatever junior high school with all the white kids, whatever. That pissed me off. That pissed me off so much. He didn't even try to hear me. He didn't let me get skipped a grade because I was doing so well. They wanted to put me ahead. He didn't let me go ahead because he felt I was too small, or he just wanted me to go to some other school. That shit pissed, because I earned that. Even though he wants me to do it, it was something I earned. That was the first time I started saying fuck school. That was the first time. I'll never forget how I felt when he did let me get skipped. I could not believe he didn't let me get skipped. Because I remember I used to always watch. What was that show? He's a smart guy. Do 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 do. It's a black TV show. This little smart kid who got skipped so many times because he's so smart. And he's like with all the college kids, and he's like 14, 15 or something like that. And I loved that show. It was a cool show, and I was like, oh, one day that'll be me. I want to be smart so I can get skipped. That was one of my goals. And when I got the opportunity to get skipped, my dad didn't let me get it. He didn't listen. He just ran the whole education thing. I guess because prior to me, all his students kind of like failed with the education thing. So he wanted me to be the shining star, the smart kid or whatever. So I always had a high IQ. Like, I'm not trying to say that just because I want to. From fucking kindergarten to fucking the military. I always had a high IQ. Always. But it's just, was I willing to use it all the time? No, I wasn't. So after that, I kind of lost hope. I went to the white school, did alright. But that's definitely when I lost my fire and I wasn't doing A++ anymore. Once I got to junior high. It was just different. Because it's like, this isn't where I want to be. I didn't want to be around all those white kids, honestly. Not trying to be racist, but it just, all these white kids, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling it too much at first. I wasn't feeling it. I mean, and I wasn't a hateful kid. I just wanted to be around people who look like me. Like, you could even tell that's in my personality now. Like, I don't mind being in Russia, but I love when I see black people. You know what I mean? Even the place I lived before I came here, it was a dangerous neighborhood in New York called Queensbridge Projects, but I liked it. Why? Because there's a lot of black people. So I'm like, all right, I'm comfortable here. I fit in. I'm not grabbing any special attention except for when I'm with a Russian girl or something. And so that dream really just woke me up. And so out here in Russia, like, everybody has an education. Like, anyone, like 95% of the people who come to my classes either have an education or they're getting one. You know what I mean? Like, they all have it. But what's interesting is a lot of people even here say, oh, most of us got a degree and we're not working. We don't have a job that's based on that degree. We just have it so it could look nice. That's what a lot of people say. Now, once again, I'm not speaking down on having a degree. If you have a degree, that's good. You know what I mean? But then I hear a lot of people say that. Then I think about myself. I don't have a degree, so what am I doing? I'm hustling. I find myself to be the perfect mixture of my family. So my father's half is like the educated side, who, business owners, blah, 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 blah. My mother's half, vast majority in the streets. Like my uncles and cousins and stuff, a lot of them are just in the streets. You got some dudes in prison, you got some dudes just, doing a 9-to-5 thing with their kids, but when they were younger, they were buck wild. These are some wild-ass dudes in my family who, during the 90s were just, really tearing shit up. They were really tearing shit up. So it's like the mixture of the two. So I have the hustle from my mother's side, but yet I got the, not street smarts, I have the, how can I put it? I have the intellect of my father's side. And when you bring it all together, you got this weird fucking mix here. I don't know how this happened. You know what I mean? I'm a weird ass dude. But that's how it is. So, like, I try to explain to people, like, there's a lot of people out there who I know, like good friends I may love, whatever. Some of them don't have an education. Most of them don't have an education. And, like, I try to explain to them, I'm like, yo, you don't have a degree in anything at all. Like, some friends of mine don't even have a GED. And I'm like, and you taking things real lightly, like, what if you can't get a job, blah, 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 this and that, you have no skills, You complain about your situation, but what can you possibly do when you don't have an education behind it? I'm like, you don't really have time to just, like, when you don't have an education and you want to have a good life, you don't have time to just sit there. You got to hustle hard. You got to think out the box. You got to do something that no one else is doing. You have to. You got to hustle hard. Or if you're going to do things that other people are doing, you got to be really fucking good at it. Because honestly, do I think I'm good at teaching English? What I do isn't just teaching English. You guys know my other channel. Just go to youtube.com, Philko, Philchko. You go see it. I haven't made a video in like 4 days because all this traveling. But, what was I saying? Yeah, you don't have time to just like, you really just don't have time to just waste almost. Like I try to teach people, make sure you do something every day that has a positive effect on your future. You gotta do something every day. So what do? I at least make videos every day. And sometimes it's rare I don't make a video for that day, but it's okay, and I don't do it because I just signed a deal with another city. So I'm like, it's either every day I sign a deal with a city, and they send me the deposit money, which solidifies the deal, or I make videos. So if you ever see me skip a day, I signed a big deal to go to some city. Right now I have 5 other things to do after this. They've been putting an X next to my name like Malcolm. You feel me? So that's something positive towards my future. I try to make sure I do that daily. Daily, because I don't have time to waste like most people do. So like when I'm inside the house and shit, or the hotel, and people are like, oh, why are you in your hotel? You should be outside walking around. I don't. Sometimes I don't listen to people because they don't understand, and I'm not going to explain it to them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to explain it to them. I'm making these videos because these videos will make money the rest of my life, as long as YouTube's here. You know what I mean? They'll always be there. As long as people watching it, I'll make money. It's not like I release it, it makes money the first day. No, since the video I ever made, first video on the channel 2 years ago, I'm still making money today. So I'm like investing in me in these videos. So I make these videos, people see it, they watch it, that gets money, or they watch it, they pay me to make a video for them, or they watch it, they pay me to come to their city. So all this is just investing in me, and it's very important. Like, you spend all those days, all those hours in school getting your education on, cool. I'm spending all these hours in front of my camera because this is what's getting me where I want to be in life right now. You feel me? So is it possible I'm going to get an education in the future? Yes. It actually is very possible, but I can't be doing all this. I can't be doing. Maybe I can have like, maybe online college or something. Maybe that. Maybe that. That is actually very possible because I'm always traveling. Once they develop some affordable ass, extremely good international 4G, where no matter where I go in the world, I have good internet. Once that happens, I'm on it. I'll be on it. You feel me? I'll definitely be on it, and I guess that's really it. I'm guessing a lot of people was curious about was curious about my educational background. Well, here you go, you got it. And this is a little bit about my father too. And I was a good kid. I really loved school when I was younger. Before my dad didn't let me get skipped, I just loved school. That's all I ever wanted to do. I didn't care too much about video games stuff. I'd rather be in school than play Super Nintendo. But once I found out that he didn't let me get skipped because he wanted me to go to another school, that all started crashing. And I like challenging people. I like challenging theories in life. You can't get anywhere without education. You can't do this. You can't do that. Oh, really? And I guess that's it, people. And of course, people are like, you're black. You can't go to Russia. Blah 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 blah. At first I let him win, but then I had to hustle because my acting hustle was slowing down. And so that's it, people. I'm out. Later.